Lie dum dee diddle lie dum do, he lie dum dee diddle die dum do, he lie dum dee diddle die dum do, he huddle hiddle huddle hiddle hi dum do. Where are we today, boys and girls?
Achtermuchty.
Achtermuchty. And does that not sound like quite a funny name to you?
Yeah.
No, it's a very Scottish name, isn't it?
Unless you're from other parts of the world, they're not bad.
No. Now in Scots Gaelic, it's pronounced Uchadar Muchadai, right? So what do you think the word Achtermuchty might mean? The upland of the pigs and boar.
What?
Yeah, so back in the old days,
Oink, oink.
oink oink. So back in the old days, it would have been all about what was here, or how they could describe it. Now there's a place near us that's kind of on the way here on the road called Muckert, and its old name was Muckard, and that meant the land of the high boar, the Muckard, the high boar. So this place has got a very similar name, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So it's called the upland of the pig and the boar, and a town just 10-15 miles away is called the high ground of the boar. So you can probably tell this was quite a popular area for boar, wasn't it? Yeah. Now we're just having a boring. Now we're just having a look at these houses, and we were talking about what we think when we see this place. What do we think of?
I just think of quietness.
We think of quietness. What country do we think of?
Scotland.
Scotland. It's very Scottish, isn't it? With a wee burn running alongside it, that's right, just doing the Burnside. Now there's lots of places. Dollar's got a Burnside, Alva's got a Burnside. Almost all the little places we go to have got something called the Burnside, haven't they? Now this is actually outside of Clackmannanshire. So the last video we did, we went to Stirling Bridge, and that was heading to the west. Which direction have we headed this time? East, that's right. And where did we come to? Where have we just been?
Oh my god, I should know.
We just went to the Old Barn coffee shop, and that's why we missed our premiere for the Stirling Bridge one, because we were in there with our Auntie Nan, who's 90 now, and her daughter Anne and her daughter Caitlin.
Enjoying some scones and carrot cake.
And enjoying some scones and carrot cake. So we forgot about all our friends, didn't we?
I think you should really check it out because all the cakes are vegan.
It was a vegan cake shop, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Right. Let's come up here. So, Achtermuchty is a town in Fife in Scotland, and Fife is quite well known for its arable land, its beautiful coastline, and all sorts of other lovely things and industry. So it's about 9 miles north of Glenrothes and beside Pitlure Hill, and it has a population of around 2,070 people as of 2020. Until 1975, Achtermuchty was a royal borough established under the Charter of James V in 1517. So this place has been here for quite a while now, hasn't it?
Wait a minute.
Let's cross over now. Just look down there. I mean, look at that for a wee main street, eh?
Dad,
How cool is that?
I just realised something, Dad.
What did you just realise?
The high school I go to, our academy, has half the amount of people.
So your high school has half the amount of people that live here now. Can you read this sign to me?
Sir Jimmy Shand. Oh.
Sir Jimmy Shand. Now, do you know who Jimmy Shand was?
I only vaguely know because you were telling me about that. He used to come and.
He used to come to where I grew up. He used to come. So he was something called an accordionist, and he played lots of Scottish traditional music. And he was a very popular man. If you hear accordion music here in Scotland, there's a good chance it might be Jimmy Shand himself. And he would play all over the place constantly, and he was from Achtermuchty as well, wasn't he?
So is that why is he known as like a celebrity?
Oh aye, absolutely. He was probably, in my day, one of the biggest Scottish celebrities.
What other ones do you think of?
Oh my goodness, I'm going to have to cross over and see this. What's this over here?
A church.
A derelict church. Let's go and have a look at the derelict church. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't walk out in front of cars, you.
Oopsie.
So there we go.
A pretty nice place for cycling as well.
Yeah, it would be a really nice place to come for a cycle. Now, where is Jimmy Shan? Let's go and find him. So, there's evidence of human habitation here in the area dating back over 2,000 years. So that means that there's been people around here for a very, very long time, hasn't there?
Yeah.
Oh look, and there's another church there. So, in the 19th century, in a little place like this, so this wouldn't have been nearly as big as this back then. How many churches do you think it had? It had 5 churches. 5 different types of church for the people who lived here. Just a very short, not all that long ago.
Dad,
What?
you got 4 van over there.
Uh-huh.
And if you look behind us, we have a rental.
You need to come up here because I can't hear anything when you're back there.
You have that Ford van right there.
A Ford van, yeah?
Look behind us and you see a rental one which is exactly the same.
Is it?
Crazy. Yeah.
And I just love the buildings here and the wee tight streets. Look at that one over there at the wee bridge. Will we go and have a wee look up there?
Also, I didn't rental that.
Did you not reno that, Chloe? Now, I think that might be 2 churches right next to each other. Is that a church hall? Oh, look, and there is that bell coat, William, that we were researching. So, the Romans were known to have had a camp here.
Wow.
Can you believe that?
Yeah, kind of.
Oh, wow. Let's just have a wee look up here. Foresters Hall. Look at that wee street. Isn't that beautiful? So, in the past, the linen industry employed many people in the town. Oh no, there's a car alarm going off. Right, well, we get past the car alarm so we're not hurting people's ears.
Yeah. Close your ears.
Ah, close your ears. Help!
That's not very possible, but put your,
Oh, there it goes. That somebody must have been listening and turned it off for us.
put your
So-
hands over your ears.
We're just walking up the Burnside here. Look at that. So look, this is a bit like the one in Tilly. You can see how this has been built up for industry, can't you?
Yeah.
And this must have been a bit where they would maybe had water wheels and things for helping with the linen, for helping spin it and dry it and create it. So, bringing the town, oh right, so in the past the linen industry employed many people in the town, but in the early 18th century the firm of John White was established, so during the Industrial Revolution, bringing the town its first foundry. What is a foundry?
Wait, isn't it like the really big thing that's hot and...
Really big hot thing, that's right. So rather than just everyone kind of doing their own thing and trying to build it up, this was where they started bringing in the big guns. So a foundry would have been exactly what you said, like a big furnace for heating things right up. Right, and just look at this wee bridge here. Look at that. I think that is absolutely magnificent, because this is the kind of thing that could easily just get knocked down with everything else when the industry left. But this is the last part of it that tells us that there was even something here, isn't there? Oh.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're all right.
Thank you.
Where's the Jimmy Shan statue? Just up the top of the road here.
If you just follow it to the, you just follow it to the end. That makes no sense. Just where the van's parked on the end there.
Oh, aye.
You'll see it just on your right.
Bro, thank you very
Okay,
much.
no problem.
Right. So, eventually there were 2 foundries in the village. So when we're looking at this here, I think it's a nice quiet wee place. But this must have been a hustling and bustling industrial centre at one point, mustn't it?
No, I guess what they must have Achtermuchty must have been like then, money just pouring in.
Money pouring in. And guess what else they had? So if you've got money coming in from industry, you've got lots of folk working here, what do you need?
Whiskey.
Whiskey! That's right, son.
That's the only thing you need.
That's all you need. So they eventually, because of all the industry coming here, they got their own whiskey distillery. But what happened to it?
because America decided to do prohibition,
What's prohibition?
it's like when America thought alcohol bad.
Yes, yeah. So back in the 1920s, America decided that there was to be no more alcohol consumption in the country, and they prohibited it. And almost overnight, the whiskey distillery here had to close because the majority of their market was over in America.
Not all countries, not all countries were in demand for whiskey.
And look at this wee bridge, another beautiful wee bridge here on the Burnside. So, and the distillery was called the Strathdean Whisky Distillery, and it was in the town centre. And it was here from 1829 till 1926. So it lasted a couple of years after Prohibition, and then it was gone. Oh, look at these. Are these tulips? Or what are these ones, Chloe?
Lilies?
Lilies, are they? And what are these ones in the middle? These look absolutely spectacular.
We need to get some of them in our garden.
I think we have to, because the colours here are fantastic. And just look over here in the burn. Absolutely amazing. So the town nowadays is a quiet yet thriving community situated in the Scottish countryside. As in much of Fife, there is much evidence of the effects of both world wars on the village. Well, that sounds interesting. To the northeast of the town, there is thought to be a long used site of strategical and defensive importance as it overlooks the entire village. During World War II, the flat farmland of the glacial valley in which Achtermuchty sits made a prime target for glider landings in the event of an invasion. So basically what you've got here is this large glacial flat land, which Achtermuchty kind of sits on the middle and on the sort of upper edge. So it gives you a fantastic view out over the lands of anyone coming in. And what they had to do back then to make it unpalatable to the Germans coming in, they had to dig trenches because it was so flat. They had to put in lots of obstacles to just make it an area where they were no longer able to invade. So it made it still, even 70 odd years on, there is still a lot of remnants. Now just look at this building here. What do you think this must have been? Yeah, I was going to say, oh right, I was going to say it looks like a warehouse. How do you know that, William? So, duty free. Let's see if you can figure out what this was.
Does it means that it's just like, oh, it's kind of like a dump where you just put stuff in?
No, so if you are things like whiskey or goods, they would have a duty, a tax put on them. So to me, this sounds like it might have been something to do with the distillery. You know in Alloa how we have all the bonding warehouses?
Yeah.
I think this is Achtermuchty's version of one of them. What do you think? Right, let's go up here quick before a car comes. The old part of the town is based around a hill. The twisting streets here have a wealth of buildings dating from the 17th and 18th century, centred upon a medieval peel tower, now forming part of the town library. So I think that's maybe what we saw just down there. And look here, so this is Arnott Street, and just look at that building there. Can you imagine that? I think that looks like maybe an old post office. Yeah. Or I think that looks like quite an important building. That doesn't just look like a wee cottage. Oh, what you found, William? You found Jimmy! Now, when I was growing up, I played the bagpipes. And we had a wee village hall. And we would often, sometimes Jimmy Shanty would be coming back from playing wherever. And he would stop at the hall in the crook and we would all go down for a wee sing-song and a wee party. And it was great fun. So here,
you could say it was a great big shanty.
Because, so on the way back, so look at here, we've got all the heather. Look at this. I mean, isn't this just wonderful? Mm-hmm. A very Scottish and a very fitting style. Now, what's he wearing, William? A kilt!
He died in 92.
Oh, he died in 1992.
No,
so
not me, I was 92 when he died.
He was 92, so there you go. So he died, and Sir Jimmy Shand MBE, M.A., born on the 20th of January 1908, died the 23rd of December 2000. Happy to meet, sorry to part, happy to meet again. I think that's a fantastic thing. Now, I'm just looking at him now. Can you see he's got his wee moustache there? And he's got his wee bits of hair at the side. That looks just like my grandpa. I think this is he looks very Scottish to me.
It looks like he's suffering from hair loss.
Well, when you get a bit older like me, that's what starts to happen, William. So, aye, this is Jimmy Shand himself, and what a lovely wee setting. I mean, look at the wee houses around here. Just look over there. You can see those tiles on the houses. They are the old style ones, very, very old style. And William, can you see the wee windows on the side of the buildings there?
Aye.
So look at that. Now, before we say goodbye, well, we just go back down because I saw a wee car here. And you might know what it is, William. You quite like the old cars. What's this one here, do you think?
For a second, no, it's not what I was thinking it was. I thought it was a lion.
What is it?
It's a Vauxhall.
It's a Vauxhall. Oh, let me have a look at this. So, Vauxhall, that was the first car I ever had. Not as old as this one, mind you.
Viva.
A Vauxhall Riva.
No, Viva.
Viva. So this is a classic if ever I saw it. What do you think?
I wonder if Jimmy Shand owned this car.
It could be Jimmy Shand's own car, aye, who knows?
Oh, come look in here.
What is it?
It's got the classic speedometer.
It's got the classic speedometer. Oh my goodness me, I remember the...
That's what they had in the Chargers.
Yeah, that's like the American style, the old Dodge Chargers and stuff, eh?
Aye.
Wow.
But the only difference in the Charger is I didn't have 300 brake.
That is absolutely amazing. Right, well, we just take a wee wander up here because there are so many beautiful wee buildings and wee streets. Oh. Hi guys. Look at that. We need to get one of them. A wee tandem bike.
You have to like cycle in town. It's like a bike. No, see, it's like a double bike.
A double bike.
No, it's a bike where you have to work together to be good at.
Aye.
You know what?
What?
It would be pretty crazy if me and you go say to a tandem.
So yeah, when we were talking about the church back there, we'll try and go back down and have a wee look because that church has got a lot of kind of unique features in it, from the bell coats to the graveyard. Oh my goodness me. William, look at this building here.
Oh.
That looks like a castle to me.
No, it's like more like it's a mansion.
It's like it's like a mansion castle house. That is absolutely amazing.
It's not a BMW X5M or something.
I think it might be, yeah.
Because the X6M looks a bit different. And that's an Audi.
Right, come on then, down here.
That's an Audi XQ1 or... No, that's like an Audi XQ or something.
Is that?
I know my cars pretty well.
So aye. Back in the 19th century, the town had 5 operating churches. The town memorial is quite unusual design by the architect Reginald Fairley, as it depicts a Scottish soldier with his head bowed, whereas the rest of the monuments would show the men in maybe an attacking stance. And it's thought that it's like that because Achtermuchty was very much affected by both wars. So we'll just have a wee walk along here.
That's a nice car.
That's a lovely car, eh?
What the fuck is this, Steve? The only difference on the one's a sporty one, it's 200 brake.
That's it.
Aye.
My goodness me, would you like to live here?
Depends on the Wi-Fi.
Depends on the Wi-Fi. Listen to you, laddie.
What?
Whatever will we do with you bairns these days?
Whatever do you? I'd just love to if you're living in a wee bit like this.
Aye, I'd love to live in a wee village like this, or a wee town.
Who cares about the internet? Who cares about the Wi-Fi? Me!
Aye.
Why needs here? I got
Right, so what we'll do is we'll take a wee walk down this street, we'll have a wee look at these houses, and then we'll say cheerio, will we?
Cheerio or Cheerios?
Cheerios.
I like them.
You do, don't you? Look at the old walls here and everything. I mean, every part of this town...
It seems like it's common. It looks like a balance between old and new.
It does. It's got a really good balance between old and new, doesn't it?
It's kind of weird because no, you got the new Ford. No,
Right.
What a day.
What a day indeed. Right. I think we've had our fun now. Shall we say goodbye, boys and girls?